From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Welcome back to Big Country Politics. Again, we're here with Commissioner Miller today. Commissioner Miller, why are you here in Abilene?
I'm here today to talk to a bunch of advertisers and about what we're doing at the Texas Department of Agriculture. We're kind of the de facto chamber of commerce for the state, so we do a lot of marketing for the state. So I'm going to share with them some of our ideas, some of our ways we think outside the box. Share with them ideas like we have, certified Go Texas certified farmers markets. We have Go Texas certified retirement communities. Yeah. We actually have a Go Texas NASCAR team. So we're going to talk about some of those fun things that we do a little different than you wouldn't think a state agency would be involved in.
I was just about to say there's numerous stakeholders that you have just in the office and position that you're in. Not only stakeholders, but essentially constituents that you have in West Texas. What are you hoping to do for them and make the agricultural industry in this area prosper?
Well, we're celebrating our 20th year of our Go Texas marketing program. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to share that with the folks today and how we get the word out and how we promote Texas and Texas products. When I took over, it was just Texas agriculture products, and it's been a great program. We would go in like a small company, a mom and pop that makes barbecue sauce or salsa. We would help them get that into HEB and Kroger and show them how to get it up on Amazon. They just didn't really have they were good at making it, but they had no marketing skills. So we do that. We still do a lot of that. But I had a vision, two visions. One is to expand it to other products, not necessarily agriculture. So we have a carnival company we promote, a pharmaceutical company we promote, Gulf States Toyota, anything Texas. We're all about raising everybody up. So we certainly do that. And then I noticed as I travel the globe that people like to do business with the Texans. So I instituted a global outreach initiative. We had never went outside the boundaries of this nation to promote Texas products, agriculture products, or just Texas products in general. So we've been to every continent on the globe marketing Texas. We make several, dozens of international trips around the globe. I actually opened an office in Argentina. So Central and South America has been huge for our animal genetics, embryos, semen, breeding stock. So that's been very successful. So that's kind of what we're about when it comes to marketing Texas.
Staying with that AI and the beef industry, especially in Texas. I mean, that's what we're known for. I know that there is a big movement towards the meatless industry. How are you and I guess your peers trying to combat and keep with that market and keep going when you have this movement of this meatless movement?
Well, I'm not too worried about it actually. I mean, come on, Texas meatless? You got to be kidding me. We lead the nation in beef production, and you can't tell me that you sit down and bite into a medium cooked filet, prime cut. And then right beside it have a meatless substitute that's just as good. It ain't happening. If you like meat, you're going to continue to eat it. I am. I'm certainly not switching. Now, if someone wants to do that, we're for that. I mean, they can do that if they want. But I don't see it biting into the beef market very, very deep at all.
Absolutely.
I think it's more of a fad than anything else.
You think? Yeah. Okay. And then I want to switch gears. I want to talk about feral hogs. I know that's been a big controversy across the state, but it's a big issue, especially in West Texas. I know that I did a story last year about people having to shoot them off their property. That people are literally hiring these gunmen to come out and rid their land of feral hogs. I know that you are a big promoter of kaput poison. Is that correct? How do you think that system is effective in ridding feral hogs?
Well, we have a huge problem. It's over $500 million a year damage, and it's not just agriculture damage anymore. It's cities. City of Dallas just led a contract for $350,000 to trap feral hogs off the Trinity River in downtown Dallas. Yeah. So they get into cities like Abilene, get into the golf course that we're on today. cemeteries turn over tombstones, so it's everybody's problem. So we're working hard on that. I began working on that problem when I was a legislator, a lawmaker.
Yeah.
I passed a bill affectionately called the Pork Chopper Bill, which allows Texans to hunt wild hogs out of helicopters, which has been very, very effective. We took a liability. You mentioned where they had to hire people to come on and take these hogs off their land. Now they can actually sell the opportunity. So we took a liability and turned that into an asset. We've been working with researchers on bait, a selective bait that would only affect swine. We've come up with one, warfarin, which is very, very safe. People take it for a blood thinner. It's called Coumadin, same thing. This is about 80% weaker than the human form, so it's very safe. We put that out. It was registered through the EPA first, and then you have to register it in each state, which we run the pesticide program. Right. So they registered it with us. The company was going to market with it, and they went under threat of lawsuit, and they pulled it off the market. They didn't think they could financially withstand the lawsuits. Two unlikely groups that ganged up on this company. One was the hog hunters. Of course, they want more hogs, not less hogs. You can understand that. And the other were the humaniacs. Of course, they don't want any kind of animal killed. So they joined forces and kind of forced this company to pull it off the market. Understand that it may be coming back. We're working with Parks and Wildlife is actually working with a product called sodium nitrite, which is a food preservative that's showing some promise, but it's not quite ready for market. We've been working through Tarleton State University with a product called Gossipol, which is found in cottonseed, which is very harmful to swine. The trick is getting them to eat it, so we're very close on that one, and that would be another good product. Just affects swine.
All right. Well, I think that'll do it for us here for Big Country Politics. Thank you so much, Commissioner, for speaking with us today. I'm Catherine Garcia. Thank you for watching.